have the means. If they add tax, we will have to pay since borrowing is impossible. If the CBN printed more naira, the dollar would jack up to 1,500 naira. We must suffer. When I was the CBN governor, it was 150 naira. Today, it is somewhere around 900 naira. They treated the economy the way they wanted and refused to listen to experts. In the last 8 years, only psychophancy succeeded. The psychophants bought dollars at 400 naira and sold at 540 naira. An inexperienced boy who had never worked anywhere owns a private jet. All right, so that's Sanusi on that one, saying that the past 8 years was a lie. You know, the government painted it as, you know, some kind of development, some kind of progress, but it was a big lie. And it was some way of rewarding sycophants, according to him. People who never held any public service were given, you know, the chance to hold certain sensitive positions, and in that way they were able to acquire a lot of wealth, buy private jets and build houses in Dubai. What do you make of that revelation? But more interestingly, as there is the should I say PEPT judgment tomorrow, NLC strike, warning strike starting today. They come out to say, be patient with the president. We cannot blame him for the woes. The previous administration brought this upon the nation, and we have to be patient. What is your take on that? Really, I'd like to know. I really would love to know. But moving on, the next story, we've seen some kind of response, should I call it that, or some kind of reaction from the Rivers State government concerning the DAC communication mast and transmitter hall demolition. So yesterday we brought you the story. It was also trending as at Sunday evening that tractors and certain equipments to bring down the mast and demolish the transmitter hall, you know, was already on ground as at Sunday evening. Now the story continues to unfold. If you'd listened to our bulletin earlier in the day, we went back to our earlier report saying how the Rivers State House of Assembly revoked, you know, the land given to DAC Communications as a result of the communities involved, saying that the process was not legal, or was not what's the word now? I'm trying to use the right word, but they talked about the process, saying it wasn't genuine. Yeah, the process wasn't genuine and all of that stuff. And, you know, people have been reacting to it. People have been saying all sorts. You know, they've been the back and the forth. And now the Commissioner for Works in Rivers State, Judge Kelly, has come out to speak. And he has said that the management of that communication operators of AIT and Reaper are ungrateful for blackmailing the Rivers State government. Now, Judge Kelly did say that the building housing the property of DAC Communication in Port Harcourt was given to the broadcast company free by the state government. But yesterday when my colleague was talking, he said the management, you know, cried that there was not enough. What's the word? Why my vocabulary is messy today? There was not enough, information for them? You know, something like that. But let's listen to Judge Kelly as he speaks.
That property belongs to Rivers State government. Rivers State government gave it that place to them pro bono. Now something we gave to them pro bono. Today they are blackmailing Rivers State government. That is the height of ingratitude. They don't have any documentation on that land. There's no CFO. They have never paid Rivers State government ground rent on that land for over 20 years. Take note, they have never paid 1 naira on that property before. Even the fence they inherited, not even fence. Even the mast was owned by Radio Nigeria and handed over to Rivers State government, which we ceded to them. It's not their mast.
It's getting really interesting. Free of charge, never paid a dime, not even the mass belongs to them. Does that change, for those of you who've been attacking the River State government, does that change how you view the situation? Or do you think, like some people still think, that just maybe, you know, the River State government could have handled the matter in a different way, in a way that, you know, they would take into consideration or into cognizance the people working there, according to the management, about 85 or over 85% of them are Rivers indigents. So could they have taken that into consideration as well? All right, so keep your thoughts. You can start sending your messages to the WhatsApp number 0809-0306-416. I believe the network is better today than it was yesterday. So yeah, I read the messages. But there is the alternative, Facebook Live. Yes, we're live on Facebook. Nigeria Info PH is the handle, because we are an audio-visual radio station. You can watch, you can listen, whichever one you want. But I would encourage you to go on Facebook and drop your comments there. Nigeria Info PH, or better still on X. We're active on X as well, Nigeria Info PH as well. So let's take the conversations online. Okay, 20 minutes gone past the hour of 3. I've got one more big story, and that big story has got to do with That big story has got to do with a story about a legislator. As a matter of fact, is the chairman for the Committee on Media at the upper chamber, the Senate, coming out to say that calls for NASS to cut down on the cost of governance at the legislative arm not valid. I'm talking about Senator Yemi Adaramodu. Interesting there. And I do like this report because it brings about the necessary debate, the necessary national debate. What am I talking about? So they are the people who say that Nigeria does not have enough money, right? That's what government has told us. So why do we have to continue to use the little that we have to sponsor the exorbitant life of politicians, lawmakers inclusive? That why do Nigerians have to tighten their belt, make sacrifices, yet this legislators, this senators and House of Representatives would be living their life and living it well. And so there have been the calculations as to how much these legislators are earning, even the talk of a possible increment in their salaries and allowances. And people have said no, we can't continue. But however, they are saying that the work that they do is so enormous that some of it is not even paid for. And that's what he was trying to say, that some of it, some of their oversight functions, some of their legislating, it's not paid for. They don't get allowances for it. And so the call for the reduction of how much they earn, both in salary and allowances, is uncalled for. And that's what he had to say. I'm looking for the story. I did have it down somewhere. I just can't seem to find it all of a sudden. But yeah, that's basically what he was trying to say, basically what he was trying to refer to. But what are your thoughts on that? What are your thoughts on that? I'd like to hear from you. I'm going to go to the phone lines now, even though it looks like I do not have enough time. No, I don't have enough time. It's almost time for a commercial, our first commercial break today on the show. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it the numbers, 0817 923 0002 and 0817 923 0003. Your messages can either go to Facebook, Nigerian for PH, we're live like I mentioned earlier, or WhatsApp 0809 030 6416. But there's a story that has caught my attention. Maybe I'll use it as Jara on the big stories today. It is the president saying that he gets frightened whenever he receives the payroll of the federal civil service. Whenever he receives the payroll of the federal civil service, you can find that story on Daily Trust. You want to go read it. I think he's insinuating that the amount of people who are working for the government is so enormous, so much, so plenty, that it might just be draining the country's resources. So you want to add that conversation to what the senator had to say concerning the allowances and the salaries that they get to take home. Stay tuned. Commercial break up next. All right, so I've seen the story. It's on Channel's TV website. It says the chairman of the Senate Committee on Media and Public Affairs, Senator Yemi Adaramodu, told journalists in Ilorin, Kwara State yesterday that the National Assembly is not responsible for any economic hardship experienced in Nigeria. He identified what he described as many cogent roles, including committee works and oversight roles played by lawmakers without any allowances attached, insisting that calls for them to cut down on expenses cannot be valid. It's your time to talk. Enough of me reeling out what the big stories are. Let's get your reactions now. 0817-923-0002. First call number, ring me right now. Second call number 0817-923-0003. Second call number, ring the studio now. Let's talk for development. Please be watchful of your words. Make sure your words are constructive and not destructive. Let's have a conversation, but a quality conversation with solutions attached. And that's what I love to do. That's why I love to come into the studio. Once again, I am Kaladaka Rubatibor, and this is Hard Facts on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Also remember, you can watch me live on our Facebook Live, Nigeria Info PH. I love to see you there. Let's start with this one. Hello?
Good afternoon, Nigeria Info.
Yeah, what's your name? Good afternoon to you. What's your name?
Frank, calling from D-Line.
Frank from D-Line, welcome. Let's talk, please.
Thank God that the Commission for Works have come to clarify the public the dispute between the AIT and the River State government. At early 80s and late 80s and early 90s, the radio station that was there, AM radio station, and the whole building belongs to them. I believe that before now, the AIT and River State, the former governor of River State, they were in good condition. Because cordial relationship. He gave them that place for them to use free. I believe that. But instead of people now to see it in that way, they think, or maybe they react to the affiliation. Yes, that the government of Rivers State demolished and AIT property. That is not true. Thank God that the commissioner has come to clarify issues. So if they are not satisfied, they should dig that, and the AIT should be able to come and tell the whole world the truth now that the commissioner has said. They'll come and develop it. Thank you, and God bless you.
All right, thank you very much for your time, Frank from D-Line. Hello, your name, your location. Welcome on the show.
Alada.
Good afternoon. Yeah, good afternoon to you. Your name and location, please.
Gift from Yenagua.
Gift from Yenagua, welcome. It's good to have you on the show. Let's hear your thoughts.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, let's hear your thoughts, please.
The truth of the matter concerning this AIT stuff, from day one, when people don't like it, it's Canada. I assure you, they will always talk bad about you. From day one, AIT is not been able to come out with any document. That is the greatest surprise in this whole matter.
But they said the matter is in court. Maybe they will tender those documents in court. That's what we've been told.
It's not court that gave the power to even Rivers State government to go and take over that place. They ran to court. Where are your documents? And if you are in court, it starts stopping you from telling the public and showing documents to your fellow journalists. Your people went there. Did they show them anything? Don't you have photocopy to show that you go?
Okay, so let's pause now.
Inside of Rivers State, that they've been tracking people that they did not employ properly. Are they not Rivers people? So you are telling me because you did look at Abuja now, master plan that is not being followed. The person of Wike went there now to correct it. People are saying, take it easy. You are not from the north. You are from Rivers State. Take it easy. Don't step on toes. This country, I don't know our problem.
Gift. Can I come in? Can I come in now, Gift now. So the Rivers State government gave them that land as set by the Commissioner for Works. There has to be a reason why they gave them the land. One, it's going to create employment. Do you think that could have also been put into consideration during all of these back and forth and fights that is ongoing?
The truth of the matter, let me tell you, because I followed up this matter from the beginning. It was Peter Odili, the first governor, came in 1999. They bought some parts of this land. And Rivers State government has not gone to the areas they bought. It was those places that they allowed them to operate on free of charge. Why not dismantle that very transmitter and take it to the very place that you bought? Nobody chased you out from the place you bought. They only went for the one that you never paid a dime out of blackmailing the state. A state that has allowed you even the rent for land, do not pay nothing. But Rivers people and Nigerians will come against the Rivers State government. Why are we like this? That is the question I'm asking. Because you hate him or you hate Wike or you hate Pitoli or you hate
All right then.
Come and start attacking the government of the day.
All right then.
Instead of talking about facts and figures and
all right, Gift, I've got to go now. I've got to go now. Thank you very much for your time. Hello, oh my, I missed that one. Hello, your name, your location, and what's on your mind, please?
Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon to you. Turn off your radio set. Do well to do that. I'm sorry, I would have to let you go. I still can't hear, the squeaky sound. So moving on, let's see, what do I have here, rather? It said 90% of these government officials were in the previous administration. How foolish are we to talk about previous administration when President Tinubu was an active member of the previous administration? Let's continue in foolishness. How was the president part of the previous administration? He was a party member, but he was not appointed into the administration in any capacity. So I'm wondering where you're coming from with that one. But let's see. Sanusi didn't make any new disclosure. He just reiterated what we have always known, There is a guy called, I can't use his name, you said can't remember his surname, who was a recharge card seller before Buhari but became a billionaire under him. Those close to the seat of power were getting dollars at ridiculous low rate. They became billionaires overnight by selling to black market operators. Multiple exchange rate window which encouraged round tripping created wealth without enterprise. Oduna Austin with that one. Thank you very much. Chile Edwin says it's quite unfortunate that the River State government has chosen to be playing politics with everything to the extent that the future of River citizens are being sacrificed for the interest of one man who thinks that he has conquered the state and the people. Chile Edwin with that one. I guess you're referring to the AIT River State government issue. As says, hi, Canada. Honestly, I feel for the indigents that work with AIT and RAPA. That station has been there for over 20 years. River State government should have resolved this matter with the station instead of chasing and demolition. It's not the station that was demolished, by the way. It's just like my colleague tried to explain yesterday. The land is very huge, and so the River State government took a part of it that belongs to them. And what else again? I think the part that they took was where the station positioned its transmitter and its mast, right? And so they went there and brought down the transmitter house and all of that stuff. So not necessarily the station, but without the transmitter and the mast, the station cannot operate. That's where the problem is. But then you went ahead to say, okay, I think that's all you had to say. What a pity. Io Mike, thank you very much. Let's see. What do we have here? The senator who said that pay cut for senators is not possible is a clear picture of atrocious lifestyle of our elected officials, but he's expecting us to have patience. God is watching, I beg your pardon. Nestle from Port Harcourt. Let's see more messages on WhatsApp. Good afternoon, Canada. The River State government said they gave that land to AIT pro bono. So what did the River State House of Assembly revoke? Government should be very careful with the way they deal with investors, otherwise the existing ones will leave. Too bad. All right, let's go back to the phone line. 0817 923 0002, 0817 923 0003. Who's on the line?
Good afternoon, Canada.
Yeah, good afternoon. Chinke Daniel, good to have you on the show. What's on your mind, please?
Let me look at this, our Senator Brian Woes. What is wardrobe allowance? This is the dress they wear.
Yeah.
What is transport allowance? The car we bought, exotic cars we bought for them free. After driving it, we still pay them wardrobe allowance.
And
newspaper allowance.
You have to buy them petrol for the car as well.
Okay. Newspaper allowance. They read online. We pay them as a then 80,000 naira every day. And all other allowances, traveling and all the rest of them. And they are still crying. And I ask, what do they even do with their own main salary? That all these allowances. In the 1978 and early 80s, when the economy of Kenya was bad, their government, Daniel Arap Moi, said that nobody will use the car higher than 404 Pujo, which is equivalent to Toyota Corolla of today. What are we seeing here in Nigeria? It's just for the people, the poor people to suffer, making the gap between the poor and the rich wider and wider. We are watching. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much, Chinke Daniels. Good to have you, and good to have you share your thoughts on Facebook. Let's look at some messages. God's Power Igwe says, Sanusi's take on PMB. My view is that Sanusi is talking from the two sides of his mouth. He who forewarned Nigerians in 2014 at an economic summit that the government that will succeed the PDP administration will borrow to survive. Now I ask Sanusi, what could be the meaning of desubmission? Nigerian economic failure is the fault of both the political class and the technocrats. After all, PMB engaged Emefiele. What happened? Chukwueze Stanford Onita says, why would he call for NASS to cut down on costs be valid when Senator Yemi Adaramodu is feeding fat from there without much stress. Let's see. Godspa Igwe comes back to say the AIT versus Rivers State government imbroglio is traceable to the distrust that emanated between Mr. Nyesom Wike and late Raymond Dokpesi. Wike became governor and continued the patronage of AIT owned by his friend and party man Raymond Dokpesi. As soon as the friendship became stale due to politics, Wike abolished the patronage and sought for legal backing to the ownership of the land by AIT. That is what Mr. Sim Fubara is following up. A little bit political, a little bit reality. Oh, okay. Calvin Prodigy Akko says Senator Yemi stance on reducing the cost of governance does not align with the goal of improving the welfare of Nigerians, as it lacks a clear vision for this. His main income largely comprises allowances. Nevertheless, the actions of the NASS have a direct impact on the economy, either positively or negatively. And thank God Ability Atogbu says Buhari didn't fight corruption, rather he romanced corruption. All right, that's that for Facebook Live. You can go there, drop your comments, and let's read them. Going back to the phone lines. Hello, your name, your location.
Good afternoon, Kalada.
Yeah, good afternoon to you.
Yeah, my name is Clinton. I'm calling from Buhari.
Clinton from Buhari. Good to have you on the show. Let's talk.
Thank you. And this River State issue on the demolition of AIT.
Yeah.
I think the explanation given so far is not clear, because they are telling us that the part that they demolished was not paid for. That the AIT management bought some part of the land. Is that
what you heard? Because what I heard from him is that they gave them the land.
Oh, they gave them the land.
So he says.
It's not. I think a government should have a human face.
Okay.
Because this particular issue came up when the former governor had an issue with the owner of AIT.
Okay.
So why wait till then? You gave Rivers property to somebody to occupy. For what purpose? And now there are persons that have been engaged, Rivers sons have been engaged in that particular organization, and you are destroying that place, making those people lose their job, their source of livelihood, and there are no jobs in Rivers State. I think you should try and ensure that give a human face to the government.
But then, can I ask you a question? Okay. Do not blame me for this question, because I tend to look at things from all the possible perspectives. So look at it from the perspective of the government. There is their land. They now have a use for the land, and they feel like, that company has taken too much of it. And moreover, there was a petition, according to the story. And so they say, you know what, we could use this to develop GRA Phase 5, which will still impact Rivers people. So why not go ahead and do it? Remember, it's their land, as they claim the Rivers State government now. Should they not go ahead and take the land?
Well, Kalada, what I see is that this is purely political.
Okay.
That's what I see, because I also know that there are Rivers sons and daughters working in AIT that have just lost their jobs. That's what I know. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Clinton from Buhari. Charles Yeriba Wizug, I hope I pronounced your name well, on Facebook says, good afternoon. What did the Rivers State government forget? Did they not know the company will grow up to this extent? Charles Yeriba Port Harcourt is asking. All right. Keep those calls coming in. 0817 923 0002 at 0817 923 0003. I'm going to do some more messages on WhatsApp. Good afternoon, Canada. We already know that these people are not there to represent the people. They are there to represent themselves and their pockets. If not, why would someone who genuinely wishes to represent his people spend millions of cash to want to be in the hollow chambers? God will help us. All right, let's go to the next one. What happened at AIT is so unfortunate. It is sad that the current administration at Rivers State is carried on with the evil activities of the former administration just because of Dr. C's support for Atiku Uche with that one. Let's see. The AIT Rivers State government. I think Godspa Igwe, I've read your message, all messages on Facebook, so I'm going to skip. Good afternoon, Mr. Canada. The facts are apparent. I still remember that building was for the old and now defunct Rivers State AM radio station, Radio Rivers 1. No doubt, however, The fact that the Rivers State House of Assembly only started remembering and reversing things after Governor Wike became aggrieved with the PDP is what undermines Rivers State's factual position. Rivers State government is behaving like a scorned lover, demanding all gifts he gave to his ex-lover before she broke his heart and went for another guy. Text Oigo. All right, interesting activity there. Interesting activity there. I blame Buhari, Tinubu, and all those that supported and voted for them from 2015 till date for the current situation we are in today. Greetings to you. And this is coming from Anna. Anna, thank you very much. And this one says, the truth be told, it is vendetta courtesy of Wike because the owner of the IT supported Atiku. We're waiting for tomorrow. Just by the way, part of that report, the Commissioner for Works did say, no, it has nothing to do with the former governor. I did see that. I don't know where the sound clip is. I would have played it for you to listen for yourself. But he says, see, we're not taking vendetta from anybody. It's not the former governor that has asked us to do this. Nah, come on. It's just the right thing to do. They're standing on government property and government wants to use the property, and so government is taking the property. And I mean, AIT is blackmailing the government. That's how he has put it. Not my words. I'm just reporting. All right, back to the phone lines. But first, let's see one more message. It is true that over 85% of AIT staff are Rivers indigents. Wike didn't create any job for Rivers youths, but see what it costs for Rivers youths working there. It's a PT cheating Port Harcourt with that one. I've got 14 more minutes to the top of the hour, and then I would have to bring you the business news. But for now, 0817-923-0002 and 0817-923-0003. I've had a few, but I'd like to hear from you. All right, let's see. Hello, what's your name?
Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon to you. Welcome on the show. What's your name? Where are you calling in
General Grant from Port Harcourt.
Your General
Grant.
Grant, all right, General Grant, welcome.
Yeah, as for the senators who say there are a lot of things they do that they don't get paid for in Nigeria.
Yeah.
I think the country has gotten to the stage where they can do anything. Nobody will complain. They should not be scared. They can borrow 500 trillion. Nigerians will only murmur for 2 days and the life goes on. They can keep fuel for 2,000 per litre. Nobody will do anything. They should not be bothered. They are private company.
I'm scared about this, your sarcasm. Your sarcasm brings fear to me. Why should you sound like that? Or why you sound like that?
I'm saying this because whatever change this country, this government, the senators, those in the higher chambers, whatever they do, Nigerians have no opinion. People will only murmur for 2 days and life goes on.
Why do you...
fuel is 800 per litre. Oh, we cannot buy. Oh, labor strike one day. We adjust. It has always been so.
All right.
And as for the government, it is unfair that the government would want to do such a thing at this point in time. Although I know Sin is a good man, he shouldn't be involved in this. When there was scholarship for people traveling out of the country, the River State government cancelled it. Did you create another opportunity for that? No. There was employment for teachers, massive employment for teachers. You cancelled it. Did you create another avenue to replace that? No. You're demolishing or you're evicting these people to River State land. People will become jobless and it will affect their families. Are you creating another opportunity to replace that? No.
Okay. So what let's summarize this. What do you expect the government to do? What did you want, or what do you want the government to do?
There are so much land in River State to decongest Port Harcourt if there's something the government wants to do. If the land belongs to the government, they can negotiate with AIT. Okay, this is our land, you have to pay for it.
Okay.
Let it be a term that these people does not meet up with. Then you can take back your land. You cannot just come and start fault. We all know where it emanated from. If the former AIT chairman was still in good terms with the previous governor, these things would not be happening.
All right.
It's that simple, even if we want to pretend about it.
All right, then. All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much, General Grant. Hello, your name, your location?
Yeah, Mr. Zion, good afternoon.
Mr. Zion, good afternoon. Welcome.
I think the most heartbreaking for the day is a comment credited to the former mayor, Sanusi.
Okay.
It's only meaningful situation that will make such an issue not to break my heart. Inexperienced boy, underline that word, bought private jet,
and built houses in Dubai.
Goodness me. And there are professors working in this country, doctorate degree holders working in this country. Some can't even afford 3 square meals. If this loan shark should expose a lot of doctorate degree holders that are owing them money, my brother, you will weep. And under the president, led by former President Buhari, that people tag to Mr. Integrity, I want to also blame Sanusi. He was the CBN governor. He had the privileges to have established foreign or offshore account, offshore bank for Nigerians. Remember, I told you we had a conversation about this some times ago when we talk about how to stabilize the naira. See, let me be honest to you. Most of us don't even know what will befall us under this administration. We are talking about AIT. See, under Buhari, under Tinubu, you will pay tax. You see, tax. Your house rent, you will pay tax. You people will pay tax. Look what is happening. Most of your decoders you are recharging, online recharging. You see, you know that they have increased their tariffs now. So are you aware? All is the tariff you will pay for the government. Put this on record, though, so that when time comes, I can remind you and can also remind me.
All right. Thank you very much, Zion.
If we don't work towards to ameliorate our pain as a people, starting from now, let's just give them these 4 years. You like it? Sacrifice these 4 years. Prepare for the next election for your presidential candidate. Not talking of fighting anything.
All right.
Now is the right time.
All right, thank you very much, Zion. I've got to move on now. Rayvon Wilson on Facebook, remember we're live there, Nigerian 58, is saying, demolition isn't good. That place creates employment. Seems should not be involved in all these. He's a good man. He shouldn't inherit enemies. All right, then. All right, thank you very much. WhatsApp, let's see, do we have more? Let's see. Good afternoon, Canada. When did the rift between the IT and Rivers government begin? It started when the owner was in support of Atiku. Unknown investors have bought that land. If I ain't who are the unknown investors? If you're giving me a report, please, can you add the facts to it? Remember, this is hard facts, right? This one is from Comrade Dom Wokike. Canada, good afternoon. Talking or taking vendetta, how... is it talking vendetta? How? When government is continuity in nature. Last assembly passed the law and the law ought to be carried out. Let's learn how to differentiate governance from individual affliction. Okay, so you said talking about vendetta. I think you meant right there. But keep those calls coming in. I'm going to take another one. Let's see who we have here. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon to you. What's your name?
Yes, my name is Kazi. I'm calling from Awore. Yes.
All right, welcome.
Is it required to be a Nigerian? Why am I asking this kind of question? Because our leaders have only mind that is bent on creating more unemployment, adding acid upon acid on the masses. The River State governor is now busy demolishing AIT. Without a thought as to the unemployment he will create for the people working there. Yes, when he was governor of River State, he was this demolition market. Don't be surprised that after the demolition of this IT complex, nothing will be built on that land.
Okay.
It will be empty just like that.
Okay.
I don't know what is wrong with this country of ours. And there's a rumor making out that our head of weekend will start demolishing in legislatures in Abuja. They are asking sorrows of also upon the Nigerian masses. I don't know what is wrong with this country.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. They are not necessarily rumors. If you have an illegal structure, according to the minister, it will come down. It will come down. Neil Dinikira on Facebook says, I dare say the Buhari had no intentions of fighting corruption. How can corruption fight corruption? How can fire extinguish fire? He came waving an integrity badge that he never had. We won. They laughed at our seat where he is cutting us now. All right, we can't say the former president is corrupt until the courts, find him guilty. Remember, everybody's innocent until found guilty. And that's the much that I can take. Another commercial break, the second for the hour. After that, the business news and more conversation. Stay tuned.